Good morning, everybody. It's about 10:30 at night. We're getting ready to roll. So, boy, got the truck all checked out, ready to go. I need to log a pre-trip, but we've already done it. Sorry, needed to drink. Dehydrated. Thanks everyone for coming to the last video. I always like when a video does well, especially for the size of this channel. That video did pretty good. I always know what's coming when a video does well. So that's kind of what we'll talk about a little bit today. We're almost ready here to get on duty. Anyways, I know going into this, a lot of you guys always tell me, hey, you can't read comments and you can't respond to them and stuff like that. We all need to come to terms with this, including myself. Hey, I'm a man of the people, baby. I'll be down there in the comments. I'll be reading them. I'll be talking with you guys. And I don't know what it is about my videos. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate that. But I don't know. I'm not a very good communicator, obviously. We've established that. But I don't know what it is that I say in my videos that triggers so many people. I just talk about my day. My day's not that interesting. And certainly nothing to get upset about. But so I talked in last video about I still like the job. I do. It still beats hauling freight. But I wanted to be really clear about all of that because what I mean by all of that, I guess I should use full words, right? I wanted to be really clear about the entirety of the job because I noticed when a lot of people watching, when they saw that I was doing this, there was a lot of interest in maybe I'll apply, maybe I'll do that and everything too. And I think you should. If that's what you want to do, I really think you should. But since I'm already here, and it's a different kind of trucking, most of you being truckers, there's a lot of people here that are not truckers but are just enjoying the show. But since I'm already here, I figured if I'm gonna do this, I better tell you guys what my experience is. Right? Wow. Jesus Christ, I think I just had a stroke. It won't do me any good, or you any good, if I get on here and I tell you that I'm doing entertainment trucking now. It's the greatest thing ever. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And oh, I thought my laptop was open. That's my PS5. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's the greatest job ever. I'm never tired. I party with the band all the time. And my coworkers are always cool, and I'm always cool, and I make $1 million a year. Some people might call bullshit on all that and say that's not okay. So, as always, as always in the life of This Guy Trucks, a lot of people cheering for my failure and hoping I get fired and stuff like that. And I don't know what the future holds. I don't. I know it's going to have its challenges, such as getting up tonight and driving all night. That's a challenge. Working with people after years of not working with people, that's a challenge. Absolutely. But I want you guys for a minute to think back, if you've been around the channel for a while, to the GP Transco days. Remember? I went to GP Transco. There's nothing wrong with GP Transco, but there's nothing great about GP Transco either. And I was on here going, oh my God, GP Transco is amazing. And I mean, they were treating me well, but I'm not naive. They were treating me well because at the time I had a very large YouTube channel, and if they could use me as a mouthpiece to get the word out there, then they wouldn't have to worry about how they were going to keep their trucks full. They just have a YouTuber do it. Want to be very clear, I'm not talking shit about GP Transco, but I mean that's sort of the way they operate with social media. They have a very, very large YouTuber, last I knew, worked there, and shows the trucks in every video. You know, make sure you know he works at GP Transco. And if that's how they go about their recruiting, that's how they go about it. But what was I really selling you guys on when I was working there? Now, I didn't realize it at the time, okay? I was pretty naive to a lot of things. Still am, but I feel like I've grown since then. What I was selling you on was an over-the-road dry van trucking company. Woo, who cares? Who gives a shit? So with this, it was very important that I talk about the good and the bad. And for me, the good still outweighs the bad. I think it's better than hauling freight. But for all the people that were in the comments saying that they are thinking about applying and they want to do that, oh shit, I better make a video explaining some of the tougher situations out here, you know? And if you're still cool with all that, if you're hearing it from me and saying, yeah, I'm still cool with it, then by all means, apply for one of these jobs. But I also have seen people say, oh no, yeah, after hearing that, maybe this doesn't work for me. But don't let me be your one stop for information on things like that. But I guess that's sort of the point of this video. I don't really know. It's not a perfect job, if you can believe it. Does anybody know of a perfect job? Because I want that one. Perfect, just absolutely perfect, regardless of who you are. I want that one. But I was shocked. I shouldn't be shocked anymore. I've been on YouTube for a number of years, but I was shocked at the number of people I angered just by talking about my day in that last video. And it was a rough day. It really was. But I definitely made sure I chose my words carefully and didn't, like, you know, bash the, you know, lead driver I was having a little bit of trouble with, or bash the company or anything like that. Just kind of explain what was going on. And since then, I've talked to my lead driver, by the way, because we are all adults. That's why I keep names out of things. That's a huge reason I keep company names out of things, because I'm not on here to, like, start a bunch of shit, get people fired up, right? And make people targets or make companies targets. That would be very immature of me. When I have a bad experience with a company and I quit, people always ask me, hey dude, like, you need to put that company name out so we all know. Maybe we don't know. Maybe I'm full of shit. You know, maybe I am misunderstanding something. Maybe I'm not the best source of information. So that's why I keep company names out. Part of the reason I keep company names out of everything. Hold on. Hey Eric, you up? There's another guy that was getting ready to go too. I know he's up. I don't know why I asked if he's up, but he's getting ready to go too. Everybody else left already. We were just finishing up our 10-hour break, and I didn't know if he wanted to run together or not. Anyways, I think that's all I got for now, guys. I'll add more to this later, but I felt it was important to discuss the good things and the bad things, and maybe you're making a list. Maybe you're doing the pros and cons. Pros: 3 meals per day provided when you're at a venue. Lots of downtime. I mean, that could be good or bad depending on the situation. You don't lose money for having downtime. You're still getting paid your tour rate. I mean, we could go through the whole list, right? Pro could be that you're working with people. That could also be a con. Depends how you look at it. Pro could be that you're driving at night. That could also be a con. Depends on how you're looking at it, right? And that's all it is. I have no interest in quitting this job. Oh, see, he don't have a CB on. What are you supposed to say? Hey, driver, you got your ears on? We ain't going to do all that. See, I can do that on YouTube. Eric, you got your CB on? No, I guess not. Well, I guess he's leaving without me. Oh, well. I still got, I guess I could roll now. Yeah, I'm going to just follow him out. So anyways, that's kind of it, guys. I just wanted to make sure I was telling you all the information as I see it. I can't apologize if that upset people. I can't help you if you're cheering for my failure. I can only thank you if you took something away from it or if you enjoyed the video. But you'll notice a lot of what I really hate is when people take what I say out of context or are straight up dishonest about what I say, and then try to fire back at me and say that this is what I said or this is what I'm doing and all that stuff. And we get a lot of that. We get a whole lot of that. And it's dumb. Anyways, I don't know what he's doing because he don't have a CB on. So I am going to get ready to go. Now he's just parked up by Fuel Island. And I'm just going to run. I'm going to worry about myself then. No one wants to be my friend. All right, talk to you guys soon. All right, what is going on, everybody? We made it. That was a really long drive across those 2 days, but we got it done. What's going on with my camera angle here? I don't like it. Gotta fix that. Gotta fix that. So, we're done with another, and I'm up a little later than I should be. Just a little bit, but we've only got a less than 3 hour drive tonight. 2.5, 3 hours, and we'll be at the next venue. So I figure we'll just do, you know, I wasn't quite ready to go to bed. So, you know, we'll get still like 6-7 hours of sleep and get up and go do that. And then if I'm tired, then I can just go back to bed while we're waiting for everything to get started in the morning. So not a big deal. Went up and had breakfast this morning. And then they had another shower that was like a group, like locker room type of shower. You know, there were like 3 shower heads in a room. So I was like, I can't skip today, man. It's gonna be like 120 degrees today. I mean, I got the AC on in the truck, but it ain't gonna take much out in that heat to get gross real quick. So I went ahead and went for it. No one walked in on me. Some of these venues, I guess you just don't have private showers. It's 2 so far, but what is this, like my 6th one I've been to? So that's not really good. You guys probably know percentages better than me, but 2 out of 6 so far are open group type of showers. So me and my lead driver walked up there and looked around, and I kind of took a gamble. I'm gonna be the only one that showers today, most likely. Everybody else was pretty tired after that long haul we did, so I got away with one. So anyways, me and my lead driver were walking up there just looking around, and he looked in the shower. He's like, oh, they're not even private or anything. And I was like, no, it looks like we're going to get to know a whole lot about each other, aren't we there, son? Aren't we? Anyways, then I had lunch. So I had breakfast, and then I got a shower, and immediately after that I had lunch, and now we're back in the truck. So what is the damn point I'm trying to make? Because you guys know, if there's nothing I hate more, it's people like taking me out of context or misquoting me, or any of those things drives me absolutely crazy. But another thing is like when you only take the negative out of my videos, because that last video I was talking about a whole lot of positive things and how I'm enjoying it. And then towards the end, I had a couple things that didn't go how I expected, right? But that's okay. That's all right. So what I was mad about, which I'm allowed to be, right, is when my day was over, I walked away from my truck, and my lead driver said, hey, you can't just walk away from the truck. And I'm like, what does that even mean? Let's keep in mind, I am new to entertainment trucking. Never done it. Never done it. So I was confused by the whole thing. What does that mean, I can't walk away from my truck? Seems like I fucking can. If you want my opinion, I actually can walk away from my truck. So when I got back, I was not in a good mood. I was like, what the hell is this about? You know, and I took a day to cool off, and I talked to my lead driver. He talked to me also. You know, he said that he understands that it's kind of a, you know, bullshit rule. All it is they need to know we're not at the truck in case they need to do something with the truck. That's cool. They don't want to know where you're going. They don't want to know when you'll be back. They want you to be back when it's time to work, but that's all they want to know. Well, I didn't realize that, right? So I got frustrated by it, and me and my boss talked yesterday, and he said, you know, it's a lead driver. Let's call him lead driver, because I don't have a boss. I'm my own man. So me and him talked, and he said, I'm doing a fantastic job. He's impressed with the work I'm doing, listening, following directions, getting where we need to go, things like that. And he said, some of the rules might feel like they don't make sense, you know. And he's like, I understand, but they are there. And I said, okay, cool. I understand too. I apologized to him. I said, I'm sorry, I kind of got like a shitty attitude. It's 10 years, guys, of hauling freight, right? Where if I parked the truck for the night and I wanted to wander off, I didn't ask no one, I didn't tell no one, I did nothing. I just went on about my life. So I kind of developed a certain mindset. So I apologized to him for getting a shitty attitude and said, I'm starting to understand like these rules that you have in place. I get it. I understand. And he said, don't worry about it. He said, we work together. We're always together. He said it's pretty normal for guys to get mad at each other sometimes. Not a big deal. He said we move on, we forget about it, we go out there and we do our job. Awesome. Awesome. So here's what it was, guys. It was just a rough day. Because in my world, there's no such thing as a bad day. You know why? If I'm having a bad day, that means I'm letting somebody have too much control over my life, over my day especially. I have some rough patches in a day. We get past them. But as I said earlier in the video, it's so incredibly important to me, with this especially, because I don't care if you like what I'm about to say or not, there's a lot of eyes on these videos that have to do with entertainment trucking. So if I will say it once again, if I got on here and I bullshitted you guys and said this is like the easiest job ever and it's the best job there is in trucking, there would be some points where I'm absolutely telling the truth. A lot of perks. Since I've been out on this tour, I have pulled out one of my own personal bank cards 2 times. I've only paid for stuff twice. Now, a lot of that has to do with I've saved up a ton of love points also, but when we're at the venues, I pay for nothing. That's an awesome perk. That's incredible, right? Now, where this job has challenges, especially if you've been like a freight guy for a long time, where you can kind of manipulate your schedule and move stuff around, especially if you're doing drop and hook stuff, is it's very strict schedules. You have to be there, you have to get it done, and that obviously makes sense. But when you're used to doing things a certain way, it's a little bit of an adjustment. Almost all the driving is done exclusively at night. Now, you may have nights like we just had, the last 2, where it was like straight up drive your full clock. We have to get there, right? And then we had a little break of like 25 hours before that. And then the 2 days before that, it was just go, go, go nonstop again, right? Now tonight, we have a 140-mile drive. That's it. And we'll be there. And then after that, we've got a 100-some mile drive, less than 200 miles, I know that. And we're sitting still for 4 days. And we're getting paid for that. That's all part of it. Obviously, these things are very good, right? And I did get my first check here. I'm not going to give numbers. I used to give numbers here on YouTube, but I'm not going to give numbers. I opened up my bank account and went, well, fuck, I could live off that. And I'm just getting started in this industry, right? So to look at a paycheck while driving a truck and say, oh yeah, I could live with this, that's awesome. Because you know that doesn't always happen, right? But there are difficult things to this job. You have to understand that it is exhausting when you're just running all night, every night, just going. And then you're kind of at other people's mercy to get things done that you need to get done. When is breakfast going to be ready? Where are the showers? When are the showers going to be ready? Where are they? All these things, because the lead driver works with production to figure out where the showers are, and the lead driver needs to be done with whatever they're doing before they can get to that. And sometimes it'll be noon before you even figure out where a shower is, and you're like, I really need a shower today, you know, I need to do that. So you are at the mercy of other people getting things done, and that can really throw off your schedule. That's kind of why I'm up as late as I am today, because there was some confusion about where the showers were, and it took a while. It took a while to get that worked out. But I don't know if this is a industry standard, but in my company, we are not allowed as drivers to go find production and say, hey, where's the showers at? It's probably not a good look. Goes through the lead driver. The lead driver relays that message to us, okay? You're going to be told, hey, why did you walk away, or asked rather, why did you walk away from your truck without saying anything to me? These are not the worst things ever, guys. All I'm trying to do is put out the information as I see it. I've seen a lot of truck drivers do entertainment trucking videos. I don't know if it exists. I haven't found it. I have not found a YouTube channel where somebody was new to it and explaining the situation as it goes. Now, as far as all the nonsense about how I'm going to get fired or I'm going to quit and all those things, because that came up a number of times in the comments, who knows if I decide to quit. Right now, I'm in it. I'm ready to do it. And as long as they keep me rolling on tours, I'll still feel like I'm in it. But when it gets to that freight hauling season, I'm going to have a tough time and be like, why the fuck do I work here? Right? But as far as getting fired, it's still trucking, baby. It's still trucking. And just like every trucking company out there, except in our poor freight market right now. But normally, the burger from lunch, man, that burger from lunch. But normally, under normal circumstances, every trucking company out there is desperate for drivers, right? So they don't just go off and fire people for having a shitty attitude. One day I had a shitty attitude. Out of how many now? 20 some? I'm not sure how many days we've been, how many days I've worked here. Yeah, I'm about 3 weeks now. So 1 out of 20, out of 21, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So that is the point of this video. This whole series that we're doing on entertainment trucking is so I can tell you what I observe, what I like and what I dislike, and you can take that information or you can leave it. But my final parting words of this video, being offended by it or getting hostile over it isn't the option. You either like the video or you don't like the video, but being angry at me sounds like a waste of your fucking time. All right? I'm just trying to put out the information as I see it. That's it. Y'all have a nice day. I'm going to get this video put together, and we'll see you next time.